and I do not like it. It's on Facebook, it's on WhatsApp, it's on my Instagram. It's taking over my entire world. I saw a lot of people on Threads saying that they're really upset about it. The boomers are pissed.
We have the attention span of a hamster. So if we ask people to say, oh, go to my page, click on the bell, turn on you lost them already. Like, it's just not going to happen.
It is really helpful for you to understand, it's going to give you that behind the scenes look at why that reel did or did not perform the way you would hope. And then
I'm going to go around once more and share another set of features that we are in love with.
The new Meta AI. I don't get it. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it's doing. I don't know why we have it. I don't know why it is here. I don't know why it exists. Two questions, right? And I'm trying to say how. First, it's upsetting because it takes over your entire search bar. And that's really annoying for me as a marketer, because if I'm doing maybe like some hashtag research, or I am looking for creators for my clients, it's hard because then I search, for example, I search, creators in LA, right? Or some LA creator. And then the first pop-up is always the Meta AI, and then it tells me what a creator in LA is. I feel like, first things first, it's supposed to be like a competitor for ChatGPT or Claude or whatever, but the fact that it's on the Meta app and I'm not on that app to learn or to search or to create content. I mean, not like make videos. I mean, like actually create like a calendar. It's misplaced, right? These are messaging apps. These are social media apps. It doesn't make sense to have something like that in there. It's on Facebook, it's on WhatsApp, it's on my Instagram. It's taking over my entire world, and I do not like it. I saw a lot of people on Threads saying that they're really upset about it. The boomers are pissed because that means they have to learn something new on what they're literally on WhatsApp just trying to text their grandchildren. Why are you bothering them with Meta AI? So that's a feature that I feel like it can be something else, right? It can be something else. It can be a good way for you to discover creators, not necessarily be like a crazy AI. It can be like a messaging bot, for lack of words, that you say, oh, please, the creators with the best engagement in Atlanta, and then it sends it to you, instead of being something that is absolutely useless. So
Can
I
I
personally,
add something done?
yeah, no, yeah, okay, of course.
Yeah, I think this is just my perspective. I believe the reason why they added the AI is because Meta is extending to devices. So, for
Of course,
example,
yeah.
I bought the Ray-Ban Meta, the glasses that are connected with Meta. So the reason why I bought them is less about the feature for content, but it was because I'm visually impaired and they use AI. You can ask the glasses to describe what's in front of you, or you can ask the glasses to take a picture and read it to you. So they use the same feature of AI that is on the platform. So I believe what's happening is the feature of AI across WhatsApp and across Messenger and across Instagram, because, for example, the glasses is one example, but they are connected to all three platforms. When you have the glasses, you connect them to the app, and the app is connected to all of them. So what happens is, I believe they use that as a way to learn about things. And I also think, and I'm not sure, but when I went to ChatGPT the other day and I look at the list of platforms that use ChatGPT, as they use OpenAI as a main backend, if you will, Meta is listed. So I think this is what they're doing with it. I think it's more related to things that are enhancing the experience, because if we go back to a few years ago, before AI, metaverse was their focus, right? So this is an enhancement of the experience. So it's like, how can we introduce AI in the experience of the user, regardless if it's on the phone, or regardless if it's on our devices, because they have the glasses and they have this and they have that. And I think this is just going to be a list of things that they're going to add. But I think ultimately it wouldn't surprise me if they come out with a version of Alexa per se with Meta. I think all of this I think this is a step towards something that they're trying to build. This is just my perspective, and this is what I'm saying. But I agree with you. It's completely pointless at this moment, but I think that's the way they do it.
Yeah, very, very good perspective. And I never knew that. So I legit just learned something new. So thanks for sharing.
No, you're welcome.
Personally, I think it's a good idea, but it needs its own search bar. It needs its own section. We need to be able to opt out. It's not okay to have a feature that users don't have an option. Because even legally, and that's the issue they had in Europe, and they're doing it again. We legit cannot opt out of Meta AI right now, and it's great because they're using it. It's machine learning. They're using it for the sunglasses, like you said. But people should be able to say, okay, I don't want my information
Totally
in this. I don't want to
agree.
use it. So that's one of my grouses. The fact that it's making the experience on the app super hard, and the
I
fact that
agree.
I cannot opt out. So you're trying to do a good thing, but in a bad way. So what's up with you?
Be a
I
button would be
completely
great.
understand. I
If it was
Yeah.
completely
a
understand. I
button,
think
So
would be
that's
great.
that often would be a really great feature. And then what you brought up in regards to Europe, I think that's something that will end up playing out in the US if they
yeah.
continue going that same route. So first off, Meta AI has lots of good and lots of bad, and I think that's a really great addition.
Yes, so thank you. I am a huge lover of Instagram stories. I use Instagram stories as a way to document my entrepreneurship and my entrepreneurial journey. And if you guys have been on stories, you notice that there have been a few changes, specifically with the way all the features come out. Now you have little buttons in everything, which makes, I believe, the experience a bit easier to find things, but not as pleasing as it was before. And I think, it's one of those things that people got really angry about. I get on with my day, even if the buttons looks different, as long as they do what they're supposed to do, which is the biggest problem for me. When you click something and it doesn't click, that's the issue. So a few features on Instagram stories that I think are great. So number one, you have the notify button. So the notify buttons allow you to remind the audience to turn on the notification on your page for new posts. Now, as we know, the algorithm sometimes shows the content, sometimes it doesn't. It's based on conversation and relationship with the audience. So if you are interacting with the audience in a regular way and in a consistent way, the person will see the content. But this goes based to the placement. So if I post a reel and I engage with your reel, I will see your next reel. If I post a story and I engage with your story, you will see my next story, and so on. So when it comes to the notify button, I think it's a very nice way to ask the audience to actually say, okay, great. Well, if you like what you've seen in my latest post, make sure you turn on the notification as well. Because let's be honest, we have pretty much all the attention span of a hamster. So if we ask people to say, oh, go to my page, click on the bell, turn on you lost them already. Like, it's just not going to happen. So the thing is, having this button, it's a way to remind your audience in a way that is consistent, but at the same time not annoying, to turn on the notification to their followers if they wanted to. Another feature of stories that I like, when it comes to stories, I like the cutout thing. It's the new cutout feature, which allows you to create your little sticker. I think that's quite fun. Useful, probably not in my opinion, but fun. So I think a few things are good with stories.
My next update or feature that has been improved, in my opinion, is the insights that you have for professional accounts, whether it's a creator or business account. Definitely the integration of the insights on like the Meta Business Suite, but also just here inside of Instagram, things like the Reels insights for watch time or audience retention rate. I mean, it's nowhere near as good as YouTube, but YouTube is like the king of video, right? But it is really helpful for you to understand, it's going to give you that behind the scenes look at why that reel did or did not perform the way you would hope it performed, and then go back into your reel and be able to say, okay, so I'm losing people at the third second. I can see that's the dramatic drop off.
Yeah.
What is it there? Is it because that hook was just a quick hook and I didn't actually continue to inform and entice people to continue? Is it because I was in one position too long? Is it because I took too long to get to the answer I was promising? Whatever it might be. But taking those insights and really going deeper is so important. And I think it can really help creators improve their content so much more. And I actually know that some people don't have access to that still.
And the first one I like to consider a lifesaver. It's the ability to edit your message. Finally, we are able to edit messages that we send I can't even tell you the amount of times that I've sent a message and whether it was autocorrect or I misspelled something improperly, and then I send it again, and then I misspelled it again for the second time in a different way. So now we have the ability to actually edit our messages, and it is a lifesaver because now I could actually go ahead and make small changes. I did it even on our group chat earlier today. I forgot what it was, but I made a mistake and I quickly edited it. And it really does help with your communication. You don't have to send so much messages back and forth of mistakes and things like that. So I think it's a really key one on the DMs. I noticed Instagram pays a lot of attention with the DMs. They say it's one of their fastest growing surfaces on the platform. And they're going to really put a lot of effort into making sure that they have all of the features and capabilities that we as users want. So for those that have access to it, don't know if they have it yet, the way to access edit message, press and hold on a sent message that's already been sent in your DM, and you'll get a pop-up list of different options on the menu. And you get to select the edit a message, and then it reloads the message back into the input area, and you can make any changes there that you want. You can only do this up till 15 minutes after you sent the message. Once you send the message and 15 minutes passes, you cannot edit it at that point on. So be wary of that. If you made a mistake on it, make sure when you send out the message, you read it over as soon as you sent it, because that will help you avoid that whole 15-minute limitation.
Going on to the next round, one has got to go. Instagram glitches, Instagram spam accounts, or Instagram updates.
That's a hard one. That's a very hard one.
That's a very hard
Oh my God.
I would say